Hey guys, a very good morning and welcome to a new daily market outlook. So today, going to be discussing where the DXY is going to be heading next alongside major dollar pairs such as the euro dollar, pound dollar, and for instance, Kiwi dollar. So with that said, let's dive straight in and see what is next. So to begin with, of course, the DXY, looking at the DXY at the moment, we have broken out of the ascending wedge. So beautiful to see. However, I am still a little bit worried about the way in which we've broken out, because if we look at the current structure of the market, what we can then see is that we are breaking the ascending wedge within a descending wedge. So we have the 1, the 2, and essentially the third touch over here. So that is potentially a sign of bullishness to come. Furthermore, when you break a descending or an ascending trend line and you want to see it be broken for good, it's always important that you break that trend line impulsively. So in this specific situation, what you can see over here is that we have one impulsive candle. However, the overall structure in which we broke out of this ascending trend line is pretty corrective, right? In kind of in the form of this wedge, I would say. So I'm not still fully convinced that we are going to be moving lower. I'm still going to be a little bit hesitant only until we see some more momentum kick in, because as we can see at the moment, we have of course created a new lower low. However, once this low was broken, you can see straight away that we are essentially correcting back up. I would have preferred to see a lot more momentum back down in towards the lows. So today we do have the FOMC statement, and important to know about the FOMC statement is that when the outcome of the statement is more hawkish than expected, it is generally considered good for the currency. So what does hawkish mean? Well, hawkish means that the interest rates will be higher. And in most situations, when the interest rates come out higher, it is generally considered good for a currency, because investors will move their funds from other countries to earn higher interest rates in the US. And that means that there is going to be more demand for the currency, which will mean that the dollar index will move up higher. So essentially what we need, of course, is the effect of the FOMC statement essentially to be bearish. So we need the outcome of the FOMC to be less hawkish than expected. And that would be good for some further DXY downside. So currently looking at the DXY, we could still see more downside. I am fully convinced that we still should be moving back down lower. However, we always have to take into consideration that we can still move up higher in towards that 93.232 region before seeing a real dump back down in towards the lows. Especially if we look at the current structure over here, it's not looking really good for more downside. However, of course, we have broken out essentially out of the ascending wedge. So more downside wouldn't be strange. Let me put it that way. So currently what I expect is that if we can break out of this descending trend line, then we'll see more downside. Otherwise, we could potentially just head up higher. So for now, this is essentially the most important trend line that I'm currently viewing. So that is it, to be honest, on the DXY. Not much for the rest, to be honest. Just going to be waiting how we react to this trend line over here. If we do break back down below, and otherwise, I'll just be waiting for us to push up higher and see what is next. So with that said, let's head over to Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is still developing. As you guys can see, we're currently still situated within this descending channel. I'm still waiting for price to move down lower in towards this low, and preferably also this area of demand at around the 786 Fibonacci level. So from there, longs would be a very good option. Not gonna switch it anyway or put it any way other than that I am looking for some potential longs at the moment. Going in towards the higher time frame, looking at the daily, what we can then see is that we essentially still have that massive overextended move back down in towards lows, because all this move is just down, 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 without essentially seeing any form of a pullback. So I'm still expecting a pullback on Aussie dollar, but we could still move down a little bit lower first before heading up higher. Furthermore, we are currently still situated or coming from this area of daily demand, so more upside wouldn't be strange at all. So with that said, that is it, to be honest, on Aussie dollar. Just waiting for one more push down lower, then a push up higher. Let's say we don't push down lower, because that could of course always happen. We're just going to wait for the break retest of structure over here. So that is it for Aussie dollar. Let's head over to euro dollar. And euro dollar has finally broken above 1.81 as we can see. But yeah, price action still is pretty ugly, to be honest. Looking at the 1 hour, yeah, it could form something today, but as we can see, euro dollar is just consolidating before the FOMC statement. I still, of course, would love for Aussie dollar to move up higher. I'm still a big fan of longs on Aussie dollar, or euro dollar, excuse me. But yeah, for now, it's just a waiting game. Viewing it at the moment, I do like the descending nature of the correction at the moment. So if we do form, let's say, a nice descending channel, we could potentially start looking for longs. But still, yeah, I'm going to be quite conservative on the dollar pairs for today, as we do have the FOMC statement, and I don't want to, yeah, be risking any positions during that statement today, as the bias on the DXY is still not clear enough for me to confidently take a trade during or before a news announcement, and to hold it during the news announcement. So with that said, going back quickly towards the daily, we can see that the daily once again closed bullish, which is a good sign essentially, and we are starting to break out of this descending channel, let me put it that way, which is a very nice and good sign. So let's say we get another daily close above this descending trend line, I will expect that euro dollar will start finally pushing up back up in towards 1.19754. So yeah, that is it, to be honest, on euro dollar. For the rest, kind of consolidative, not going to focus too much on this pair. I will update you guys once I start liking the price action more. So with that said, let's head over to pound dollar. And looking at pound dollar, I'm pretty convinced that we can still see a push down lower. As we can see, we currently are situated within this ascending channel. We have the 1, the 2, and essentially I'm still waiting for that third touch up above over here. I do expect that if we were to push down lower, we are still at least going to see top hunt above the highs. So if that were to happen, then we could see a real drop occur. Then you can take a potential trade once again on the retest of structure. Looking at it that way, yeah, shorts do look good at the moment on pound dollar. A lot of people have been trying to short pound dollar or the other pound pairs from this kind of setup. So essentially looking at it from a fib perspective, selling on the 618, selling on the 786. However, as we can see, the market has really been hunting some stop losses. Therefore, I do think that we should hit the final stop losses above the high at 1.39104 before seeing any drop occur. That drop would be nice, as if we look at the daily time frame, we can see that if we were to take out this high, we would then have a new higher high, and that could mean a structure break alongside a breakout out of this descending trend line. So it would be nice, and we could then start looking for longs, as the structure will then have changed. Going back to the 4 hour does still look pretty overextended and does look good for a pullback on this entire run back up in towards the highs. So for now, eyeing that 1.39104 level before taking any potential shorts to then go long once again. So that's pound dollar. Let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar at the moment still respecting this descending channel, let me put it that way. So as we can see, I'm still aiming for that swing low over here down below at 0.68810 before heading up any higher. At the moment we did break out, didn't really create a new lower low, currently still situated at this area of support. However, we did break out of the ascending trend line. At the moment, nothing too interesting, to be honest. You could draw on a fib like this, and you could start looking for some potential lower time frame setups, as we do have an potential head and shoulders. Let me delete the other fib. How you could view this is potentially that this is the left shoulder, and that once we push up higher towards that 618, that you could see one more sell-off back down in towards lows, then identify a potential descending channel or wedge. So let me just adjust it quickly. So let's say you do it like this, then you get this, and then you start moving back down in towards lows, for instance a quick spike, and then move up. Then you have the descending channel within the overall larger descending channel. So that's kind of the setup that I'm eyeing on Kiwi dollar at the moment. So yeah, with that said, that is it, to be honest. We could have a quick look at gold still, of course. Looking at gold at the moment, still nothing much. I'm still waiting for price to push above 18,13,795, as I do know that there are a lot of stop losses situated over there. I want to see how we react to that. I wouldn't be surprised if we move up and then see a sell-off back down in towards the lows. That is 1813, because this area of demand down below over here has been tested so many times that I do think we still need to break it one more time, potentially move down a little bit lower still before heading back up. Looking at overall market structure on gold, it is very consolidative. As you can see, we are situated within this box, just consolidating around. So pretty hard to trade at the moment. Some guys within the community did take a very beautiful short, so big shout out to them. They took a short from over here back down in towards the lows at around 95. They had their take profit, so great trade for them. Yeah, at the moment I'm just waiting for 1813.795 to get hit before looking for any potential trades. And as I said, I do expect a quick sell-off after 1813.795 has been hit. Otherwise, we will move higher in towards this area over here at around 1822 to 1826. That is my next region from where I expect a potential sell-off. So yeah, that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Link is in the description down below. Have a great day, and I will speak to you all very soon. Thanks, guys.